people involved? Interesting collaborations, or is it quite a small team?
I don't collaborate.
Is it just you?
Yeah. Well, no, me, Aid Fenton, who produces it, a man called Nathan Body who's doing the mixing, which is what we're on at the moment. We master it tomorrow in the place near Shepherd's Bush. But that's it then.
Have you got, like, what label's putting it out?
BMG.
Nice one. And you got a good title for it and everything ready?
Savage.
And when will it come out? Will be tour dates for that as well? Or?
Well, the tour's already set in. The tour starts the end of September and runs mostly through October, for here anyway. And then we go to Europe and then we go to America in November. And then we have a bit of time off for Christmas.
Do you find with recording, especially with new technology developing, that it's sort of brought you in a new direction at all? Like all the hardware, software, things like that?
No, not really. Electronic music is about noise, sounds.
Yeah.
So all the technology gives you is a new way of making sounds.
Yeah.
But it's only one way.
But do you think, like, a lot of people love the analog style?
Oh yeah, that's so boring, man. I don't give a flying shit as to whether an analog synth makes it or a digital synth makes it, or me hitting a bit of brick with a hammer makes it. And I'm serious, because I got sounds by going out and dragging bits of metal. People if you start getting hung up on what machine makes your noise, you're already lost it, man. That's not what it's about. There are noises in this room. There will be noises here today. All you've got to do is hear it. You go around there and find a door and slam it. Record that, take that back, stick it in your machines, and before you know it, it can sound like a low gong. Or you can.
What's the weirdest thing the field recorded into your album then?
I found a signpost that was in concrete that had been knocked out by a car laying on the road. And if you drag it, it makes this brilliant sound if you drag it. So I recorded that. Was that this one or the one before? You know the underground trains here?
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed the sound they make as they slow down? It's like a howling sound.
It's screechy as fuck.
Well, it's not screechy, it's more like a mid-range howling.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Awesome sound, right?
Yeah.
Recorded that. I spent about 2 hours on a train once trying to find when people weren't talking to get a clean recording of it. That's been on an album.
What do you use to do that? Like,
you got a little digital stereo recorder. So now and changed over the years.
Well, one of the things, sorry to change the subject so quickly, I don't want to keep you from your dinner too long, is I was quite shocked to see someone as young as Chris Cornell pass away.
Yeah, I only just found out about that. I didn't know. Somebody
Did you grow up listening to his work? A lot of his work. Has it been a part of your music library?
No, not really.
Garden?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't say that. But it's a shock just the same.
Yeah.
I might have some albums I actually couldn't tell you. But, so I'm not a massive fan. I could not list all the songs that he's done, anything like that.
It's anyone within the rock community or pop community like pass away, it has sort of an impact.
It does.
Does it make you reflect on your own mortality a little bit?
Yeah, but I reflect enough on that as it is. I'm getting older.
Right.
You can't help but reflect on it.
Yeah.
You get to 50 and you start to reflect a lot.
Yeah.
Every headache is a tumour waiting to happen.
Right. So you're living in LA at the minute then?
Yeah.
How's that? Compared to London?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's
recommend
great.
it.
Oh, I love it, man. You got.
Well, why did you choose to come do the album in London then?
I like the man that's doing the mixing is based here, and I love what he does. He's doing the producing rather. He's based here, and again, this is my 4th or 5th album with Aid, and I love him to bits. He's really so clever.
Yeah.
So that brings me here.
Nice to see old friends as well, I imagine.
Yeah, because I only really come back when I'm working.
So where did you cut your teeth to get to where you are? Your early days, where did you cut your teeth? What sort of venues?
I was quite lucky actually. When I was in a punk band before the electronic thing, so I did a little bit of the, Hope and Anchors and things like that around Marquee Club and places like that. Did a little bit of that, but not too much. And then I was just lucky. I think my 2nd album went to #1, so I'm lucky I didn't have to do that level of it for very long.
I was speaking to Tom Robinson, who's involved in this ceremony, and he was saying what it is you have one song and it's like it puts you into orbit, something that one hit, and then you sort of remain. So whether you have Coldplay, Adele, any of these big names, they might not necessarily write banger after banger, but once you have that, you ascend into that level. Would you agree with that sort of analogy? So you have a massive hit, and then everything after there is that's where you break through, or do you think it's different? No. You wouldn't agree with that?
I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I found that getting the first hit seemed to be almost easy. Everything after that was more difficult.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to stay there.
Do you find it a bit baffling? You used to have, like, you know, Top of the Pops, you could just go on straight onto telly and it'd be an obvious channel, you get loads of elevation. Now you almost have to be on 38 platforms at once to get recognised. Is that something you ever think about, or you like leave it to your label?
I don't think about it. You can't. You have to adapt to what it is.
Yeah.
With everything in your life, not just music and career, but everything. And I think for all of the things now that are not as easy as they used to be, or as advantageous as used to be, there are plenty of other things that have come along that are helpful.
Yeah.
You know, and I honestly feel that at the moment we're in something of a golden age. I really do. You know, there's all this doom mongering about album sales declining and Spotify and all the damage that it's doing, and all of that is true.
Yeah.
But it ignores all this other stuff that's going on. You know, the access to people, your Facebooks, you can get right into people. You know, and this immediate response, and
someone's career can be over almost as quick as it starts in a way. We put the wrong thing up.
But yes and no, but it's always been that. You know, that was always a danger that you could lose. You could do something stupid and it'd all fall apart. We went through a period a few years back, before the internet really kicked off, of the record labels starting. They would bring someone in, they'd sign somebody, they would do one track, maybe two tracks, supposedly for an album, and then they would go out and play it to radio, and if radio didn't like it, they'd drop the band. We'd never even make the album. You know, so that was rubbish. And now bands have got their own access. They don't need that. I'm gonna have to head off.
Just a very quick one. Inspiration Award, obviously here. I mean, how happy are you about that?
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Really cool. Really happy about it.
And it's rightly deserved as well, I think.
Oh, thank you very much.
For a long time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for your time. Cheers.
Young Dad,